It's me.
Alright, everybody do me a favor, welcome to the stage with the comedic styling Ed Williamson! Wallace.
Close. Nobody gets it right the first time. Hey, all these talented musicians, and then some old, bald, fat, this Magoo looking one comes up here. Gotta watch out. We got Kylie here. She's our guest today. She's going to be part of the act of this. I wanted to tell you while I was waiting, I contacted Amazon and I ordered a chicken and an egg, and I'm primed, so probably without a day we'll find out which really came first. Anybody here like to cook? You like to cook? Do you cook for the vegans and the vegetarians? No. Oh, I see. I have a special place because when I cook and have a little party, I like to give our vegan and vegetarian friends some options. The first option is eat what everybody else is eating. Okay? The second option is just go home. Okay, now I want to get a little audience participation. So Kylie said she would help me out. Kylie, would you come on up here, please? Kylie, how old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
Oh, you don't look any older than 8. How old do you think I am? Oh, see, she's diplomatic. I'm going to be 67. I'm a senior citizen. Wow. So you're going to help me with this because I'm a psychic. Did you know I was a psychic? Oh, she thinks I'm crazy. She didn't know I was a psychic because she's not psychic. But I had a girlfriend once who was such a good psychic and good at predicting the future that she actually broke up with me before we met. That's how good she was. But what I want you to do, she did teach me a trick. And I thought, I bet there's a young lady here tonight, but I can predict if I asked her a question, what her answer would be. You think I can do that? Could you help me? All I want you to do is think of a number, and I will have your answer written inside this pamphlet. Do you think that's possible? No, she still thinks I'm crazy. Well, let's give it a whirl. Would you think of a number between 1 and 1,000? Keep it to yourself, any number, because I have your answer written in here. Okay, you ready? Let me check. Gotta turn it around. All right, you got your number? All right, I have your answer in here. So yes or no, is it 256? Your answer is what?
157.
Oh, no. What, you're supposed to say yes or no. Is it 256?
No.
Your answer is no? As I predicted, your answer is no. Thank you very much. Let's have a hand for Kylie. Thank you. See, there's always some way to mess up that thing. All right, let's see. I got to the audience participation. I've been married 32 years. 32 years. Now, how many here are even 32 years old? Nobody. Oh, John, you're here. It's 32 years old. People ask me what the secret is to being married 32 years. It's very simple. You find someone who understands and accepts your faults, who has a sense of humor, and thrills you whenever she walks into the room. And then you hope to God they never find out about each other. Oh, that was okay. All right. Here's a few quick ones for Kylie back there. Do you know why cannibals never eat comedians? No? Well, it's because they taste funny. I used to be a boxer. That explains kind of the overall look. And so I'm going to tell you a boxing joke. Right before this fight, darn it, I forgot the punchline. I heard going over here that the Guinness Book of World Records has verified that the world's oldest dog, age 28, has passed away. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Yeah, but the owners shouldn't be surprised. I told them what would happen if that little guy crapped on my lawn one more time. They're going like this. People tell me that I should tell some stories from real life. So I'm going to tell you a story about how I got in trouble once at the Kroger getting gas. I pull up to the Kroger getting gas, and I'm not ashamed of it. I had a real high-end BMW convertible. And this guy comes up to me with this packet of something. Looked like a thing of laundry detergent or something. He says, "Sir, can I polish your fender?" I said, "Why?" And I look over and there's a booth, several booths, for that Coleman Pink breast cancer thing, charity. Y'all know that? And he says, "If I polish this for you and you see how good it is, will you buy one?" And I said, "Well, I'll do you one better than that. I don't want just my fender polished. I want my whole car polished. And if you polish it and it's good, I will pay you $100 and I will buy a case of that." Thinking that there's no way he's going to go where he's supposed to be talking to all these people buying gas, and that he's not going to stop doing that to do my whole car. And what happens? "Hey everybody, there's a guy over here who'll pay us $100 to polish his car." They all stop what they're doing and they come over. I pull my car over and they start polishing the car. That car looks so good when they were done with it. Okay, I got stuck in this one. I'm going to have to buy a case of this stuff and give them $100. Look in my wallet. I didn't have $100 on me. And so luckily there was a cash machine, but I ended up buying a case of that stuff, so that was good. So be careful what you ask for at the Kroger gas station. There's another reason. I can tell you a little story about why I don't drink. When I was about 25, and I was dating a girl named Daphne who was working for a client for the law firm that I worked for. Very nice Italian lady. She wanted to cook me an Italian dinner. And I was down with that, but I was not used to the fact that she had a child, a toddler. I had never dated a woman with a toddler. Have you ever dated a woman with a toddler? No? I'll tell you what, the first time you do it, it's a trip. Because when I got there, this little guy had this plastic golf club, and he had a new friend. I show up, and he starts beating me with this thing. And she says, "Oh no, don't worry about it. He'll wear out, and he'll go to sleep, and we'll be fine." She cooks me this wonderful Italian dinner, but all the time, this kid's hitting me with this plastic golf club. So as I'm thinking to try to get out of this is I keep drinking sangria, one after the other like it's fruit punch. I just gotta get it. But it's about 11:30. This kid's not slowing down. I said, "I'm starting to feel real tired," AKA I'm drunk, right? So one of the things people love, or police love, is arresting lawyers. So I said, "Daphne, I'm sorry. I feel a little tired. I better go home." And I get in the car and I'm like, "I'm really tired." Again, I'm drunk. I'm driving down Westheimer and I say, "I'll just stay in this middle lane." It was a lot closer back then in the 80s. And I drive Gessner, Fondren, Hillcroft, get to Fountain View where I live, make a left turn, get up to my apartment. And I lay down in bed and the room starts spinning. I'm really drunk, right? I get up the next day about 11:30, open the Houston Chronicle, and they had a DWI roadblock at Hillcroft and Westheimer. I had driven right through it. They had arrested like 29 people that night, but I, drunk, drove right through it. So I said that's a message from God, and I haven't drunk since, and now I'm really self-righteous about it. So no offense to the bars and anybody drinking alcohol, but no, none for me, not since 1983. So married 32 years, haven't drunk since 1983. How boring am I? Yeah, all right. All right, I didn't think I'd get an applause for sobriety. That's good. I don't know, what else we got? Oh, I said I was married 32 years. It's my fourth wife. Now, I've been married 3 times before, but I've never been divorced. It's hard to understand, isn't it? My first wife unfortunately died from eating poison mushrooms. My second wife unfortunately died from eating poison mushrooms. My third wife died from what? No, a fractured skull. She wouldn't eat the mushrooms. Oh, I didn't even like that. I don't do this for a living. My partner's right there. He was kind enough to come see me and his wife. This is the 5th time they've come to see me. And that's very, I like that. It's nice having friendly faces in the crowd, but you guys have been very receptive. Now I lost my train of thought. Okay. I think we were going to talk about my family. My family's kind of a trip. Like my grandmother, we couldn't decide whether to bury her or cremate her as a family, so we decided to let her live. And then my dad went in for a vasectomy. And we had 4 kids. I mean, what the heck? And unfortunately, during the operation, there was a complication, and they had to remove both his testicles. And I figured, well, that was going to be tough when we wake him up and tell him that. So we woke him up, and they told him, sir, there was a complication. We had to remove your testicles. And he goes, both of them? And he goes, yes, it was a complication. And he goes, oh, that's not good. He got really mad. He says, I'm going to sue the hospital. I'm going to sue you, but first I'm going to break your jaw. And the doctor laughed and said, you don't have the balls. So you like that one. You like that one, didn't you? That's always good. I had a sister. She's a librarian. And what really makes her mad is when people take out books on suicide, but they never bring them back. Some people got that. She also has a cat. Then she had a baby who was allergic to the cat, so she had to put the cat down. I said, that must have been terrible for you. And she said, yeah, it was. Then I realized the cat was sleeping 20 hours a day. What's another 4? Oh, I get this reaction from this crowd. It's like, it's funny. Now, my wife has a niece, and she was acting very strange in a demonic sort of way. So her mother went out and hired a priest to do an exorcism, and it worked. The young lady started to act normal for a while, but my sister-in-law didn't pay the priest, so her daughter got repossessed. You know, why not? Okay, I think I'm a very generous person. Last year I donated a kidney to a 14-year-old girl. Anybody here 14? No, just look at her, right? From my 67-year-old eyes, everybody looks like a very young person like Kylie. Yeah, I donated a kidney to a 14-year-old girl last year. And the girl was very appreciative. Her family was very appreciative. But the hospital, they were getting a little weird about it. In fact, they were a lot weird about it. They kept asking me where I got it. All right, let's see if we got anything else that I can do in front of an 8 or 9-year-old. Okay, some of my businesses, and then we'll wrap it up. I have a business. It's a veterinary clinic that also includes a taxidermist. My motto is, no matter what happens, you'll get your pet back. Thanks. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, I also have a restaurant that I opened. It's up on Spring Cypress. It's called Karma. Have any of you by chance been to it? No, it's very unique in that it doesn't have a menu. It's called Karma, so you only get what you deserve. I also have a new idea. It's for a company that manufactures glass caskets and glass mausoleums. Will it be successful? Remains to be seen. And then I have one business that didn't didn't do well at all. It was a cold air balloon service. It just couldn't get off the ground. So, okay, I think they've run out of the PG stuff. So I'm afraid to go into the other ones. But I'll tell you one more. My wife is a wonderful person, but we do fight on occasion. In fact, I'm in trouble right now because she told me during one of the fights that if I'm going to grow as a person, I have to learn to embrace my mistakes. Yeah? Yeah. So I gave her a big hug. All right, that's it with the PG stuff. Thanks very much. I'm Notorious BFG. That's for Bald Fat Guy. Oh, but one announcement. In January, I changed to Notorious BFG. Notorious. It's Bald Fat Grandpa, because for the first time, I'm going to be a grandpa in January. I love coming here. Mainly because I love hearing the violinist. Isn't she wonderful? Let's hear it for Alex. And thank you for being so kind to me, and thank you for your reactions. Hope you enjoy it.
All right. So, we